Today, I'm going to share a few ways you could help build your child's vocabulary, especially by acting out new words in a story. Vocabulary is incredibly important to your child's reading development. Vocabulary knowledge is a powerful tool students use when learning to read. Help your child prepare to read confidently by providing them experiences that help build new language and vocabulary while also creating a love of reading and learning. Students are estimated to learn about 3,000 to 4,000 words each school year, and you can be an active participant in their learning process. One way you can help your child learn new vocabulary is through acting it out. To do this, you introduce a new word and give a kid-friendly definition while reading a story. Make sure to point to the word in the book and any illustrations that can help them understand the word. The next thing to do is ask your child to help you think of a move or action you could do to help you remember the meaning of that new word. This is something that you should do together, and make sure to make it silly or exciting and get them ready to learn that new vocabulary word. Finally, reread the sentence and ask your child a question that connects the vocabulary word to their personal life, building a text-to-self connection. Today, I'm going to show you how to do this with the book Weather Words and What They Mean by Gail Gibbons. So let's practice. I have a page from the story in the book, and we're going to pretend that we are helping our child learn the new word temperature. Watch how I define the word temperature, act it out, then return to the word for a text-to-self connection. So first, I would read the page. Temperature. The temperature goes up and down. When the sun rises in the morning, the air becomes warmer and the temperature goes up. When the sun sets, the air becomes cooler and the temperature goes down. Temperature tells us how hot or cold an object is. So we can tell a lot of different things temperature. What do you think we should do with our body to help us show or remember what temperature means? And you would talk with your child. You might choose to fan yourself like the temperature is really hot, or shiver like the temperature is really cold. And I might say, every time we hear that word temperature, let's do those actions to help our body and our brain remember what that word means. So let's go back and read that again. The temperature goes up and down. When the sun rises in the morning, the air becomes warmer and the temperature goes up. A text-to-self connection I might make is, do you remember when we got ready this morning? Was it hot or cold? Yeah, it's the spring. It was a little cold. We needed our coats. But now it's the end of the day, and I almost don't need my coat. The temperature has gone up. It's gotten warmer. Do you remember a time that the temperature has gone up or gotten warmer when we were outside? We might discuss that a little bit. So that's a great way to help students recognize new vocabulary words and get them involved in the learning process. When reading a story, focus on only 3 or 4 words that you want to explain, act out together, or talk about. Try to find words that are important to understand the meaning of the book, but are also words your child will hear again and again when reading or learning something new. Then it's your job to say that word again and again. Reading it in a book just one time isn't going to be enough to help your child really master that new word in their vocabulary. So here are a few ways that you can help incorporate that word into your daily lives as much as you can. You can show them examples of the vocabulary word by showing them the temperature on your phone or the temperature when it's outside if you have a thermometer. You can ask them questions that connect to the vocabulary word. Like when you're playing on a hot day, you might ask them, what do you think the temperature is today? Or when it's really cold, you could say, oh, The temperature has gone down. That's why the rain turned to snow. It is so cold outside. So that would be thinking out loud or talking to your child using that new word. And then give them examples and non examples of the word to help them refine their understanding. So we might say, does rain have a temperature? Not really. It doesn't get hot or cold, but the weather or the air can change temperature, and that's what changes rain to snow. Then you can celebrate when your child uses or notices this new word in their daily life. Make sure to emphasize the word that they are using that you are so excited to hear them say or read. Helping your child learn new words and use them in everyday life is a powerful way that families can play a role in their child's learning. Next time you read a story with your child, look for 3 or 4 words you can explain to them and act out together. Then make sure to add that word into your everyday lives and conversation.